Greetings to all of my subscribers and everybody who has gotten into my website and taken the art classes. I hope you've enjoyed them. I've gotten a lot of good positive input, and I'm hoping that your new year will be very creative and prosperous and healthy. So we had a lot of fun in the collage class doing, some of us did Christmas cards, some just worked on collages. I ended up doing a Christmas card. I wish I could send these out to all of you, but I can probably do even better than this. I can show you how I made it, and then you can go ahead and either do a Christmas card or do. Now I'm going to show you a really simple method. It's really a collage exercise that I teach, and it just requires taking one picture, cutting it into strips, and then rearranging it for a design. This exercise almost always guarantees a really interesting collage. The configurations completely change, and what it teaches you is that you know what you're looking at is a picture that you know and understand. It's from a magazine, but when you cut it apart and reassemble it, becomes something entirely different, and that's what we work for in collage. We work for that metaphor, that transition where a common image in just a found paper will become something else completely. I've chosen one picture. This is a picture taken from a magazine, and it's just a picture of a huge Christmas tree. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start just cutting this into strips. Now I've got a lot of strips here, and because I'm working small, I'm going to cut them in half so that they fit the composition better. So I'm just going to cut them in half like this. The next thing I want to do now is just start to play with the images to see how they go together and what I can get out of this as far as a new composition goes. I'm sort of liking the fact that this area of red and this goes together, and there's this sort of linear thing that links. And so I think I'm going to try and see what I can come up with as far as making a As you play with the shapes, you can see that the patterns will kind of start developing all by themselves. It's really interesting how that happens, and you can see that the image here is just completely different than what the original picture was. I'm liking the patterns that are developing, so I'm thinking I'm going to take my glue stick now and start gluing these down. You can see that what's developing here is a sort of sequence of shapes, very interesting space, and a really nice color. Now what I'm going to do is just rule those lines back in and cut this out and see what it looks like. There's my picture. I've taken the strips and I've cut them. You can see how the whole feeling of the picture has changed, and yet the patterns are there and they convey, I think I like it that way, a whole different feeling. This is a very, very good way to practice. I found this nice, solid piece of magazine paper that I'm going to mount this collage on. Glue it right there. And gee, maybe that would make a nice greeting card. Or maybe just a nice collage composition that you could mat and frame.